Good morning, everyone. We are the group four, and we're going to tackle about the spiritual aspects. So the first reporter will be Angel and Lobo.
And to add, we're going to answer the four guide questions, which is number one, what happened life after death, and then what makes a person good in his life, and can spiritual beliefs of a person affect his lifestyle, and lastly, how to change our life weaknesses into strength. So to start, what happened life after death? So, life after death, which is also called as the afterlife, and also referred to as life after death or the world to come, is a purported existence in which the essential part of an individual's identity or their stream of consciousness continues to live after the death of their physical body. According to various ideas about the afterlife, the essential aspect of the individual that lives on after death may be some partial element or the entire soul or spirit of an individual, which carries with it and may confer personal identity or, on the contrary, nirvana. Belief in an afterlife is in contrast to the belief in oblivion after death. So I have I have searched about life after death, and then kanang nakakita ako which is like ang soul sa body, like ang consciousness na aghapon like naiuban na stories which is kana makita nila ang ilahang body nga na example ang scenario kana sa hospital na namatay, makita nila yung body. So evidence na siya nga kanang murag makuha ni mang imong consciousness na aghapon. And then, like, nasa story nga, kana ko nung imong soul, like, feel nimo nga kana murag naglutaw ra ka, and then, madungog nimo tanan, and then, makita nimo, pero dili ka ka-feel, di ka ka-touch. And in some views, this continued existence takes place in a spiritual realm, and in other popular views, the individual may be reborn into this world and begin the life cycle over again, likely with no memory of what they have done in the past. In this latter view, such rebirth and death may take place over and over again continuously until the individual gains entry to a spiritual realm or other world. Major views on the afterlife derive from religion, esotericism, and metaphysics. So, some beliefs kay motuod sila ka na reincarnation, like ining kapatay nimo, like ang imong memories mawala tanan, and then imong soul kay mapunta sa lain body. Then after ana kay mo gain na sad kag laing memories, and then in some cases kay mawala imong memories pero kanang mura kag wala ka sa kalugar, di makainumdum ka, makafeel nimo nga kanang ma-feel nimo nga murag nabuhat na nimo, nakaara na ka, pero in kuan jud kay murag wala pag kakara, so more siya mo gitawag nga deja vu. And some belief systems, such as those in the Abrahamic tradition, hold that the dead go to a specific place after death, as determined by God or other divine judgments based on their actions or beliefs during life. In contrast, in systems of reincarnation, such as those in the Indian religions, the nature of the continued existence is determined directly by the actions of the individual in the ended life. So, kana siyang sa Bible, like, si San Pedro mag-astang, i-judge ang imong kanang mga nabuhat samtang nabuhi pa ka. Nasa isang, mo sa nila in belief, like, naman sa Bible, jud, like, kung himo kag nindot samtang buhi pa ka, then adto ka sa, like, makakuan kag eternal life, but kung Ba't kay jud imong kuan then wala ka nag-repent sa symptom ka nabuhi pa ka so kabaw na jud ka sa. So manang lain ang belief sa. So manay mga theories, beliefs sa life after death based on religion. And then let's move on to number 2. What make a person good in his life? So there are different characteristics of a good person. Like another is think good thoughts, speak good words, take good actions. 3 steps that will bring more to you than you can ever imagine. And then there's also this live and let others live, mind your own business, stay happy and never regret, enjoy the life to the fullest, do one good deed every day, be emotionally and spiritually sound, treat everyone equally, boss or waiter, no matter. Don't be two-faced for harming others. They are not considered as humans. So, and then the next reporter would be.
Ay. So, can spiritual beliefs of a person affect his life, his lifestyles? Okay. Next, Jail. So, spiritual well-being affects overall quality of life, which includes the following areas, which is the physical, social, psychological, and spiritual. So, for the physical, functional ability, strength, fatigue, sleep or rest, overall physical health, nausea, appetite, constipations, and pains. Then, so can spiritual beliefs of a person affect his lifestyles? Spiritual well-being affects overall quality of life, which includes the following areas, which is the physical, social, psychological, and spiritual. So for the physical, it affects the functional ability, strength, sleep, overall physical health, appetite, constipation, and pains. Then for the social well-being, family distress, roles or relationships, affection of sexual function, appearance, employment, isolation, and finances. Then for the psychological well-being, control anxiety, enjoyment, leisure, pain, distress, happiness, fear, and cognition. Then for the spiritual well-being, meaning of illness, uncertainty, hope, religiosity, transcendence, and positive change. So, spirituality is that part of yourself that helps you find meaning, connectedness, and purpose in your life. So, ang spiritual belief kay kanang maka-affect jud sa atong lifestyle, which is kanang for example naatay mga problems no, then kasagaran nato kay mag-rely man gyud through prayer nya mga meditation sad naingon ana. Then it can also aid and help a persons in coping such problems kay kuan mao lagi to katong mag-rely ta through prayer. Then it can also affects kanang someone's behavior, then can relieve you from dependence on material things and help you to understand your life's greater purpose. Then naasad ko example anang kanang ma-affect ang belief sa person kay ang kanang tawag gani. So for example kanang kuan sa isa ka tawo especially kanang kuan kanang tawag gani oy kanang religious kaayo siya nga pagkataw. Example, ang Muslims kay mo follow man jud na sila sa ilang mga gi-implement nga rules. For example, kanang strict kayo sila unsa ilang kanon, then dili sila mo kaog baboy because kanang sa kanang halal gani like kanang wrong nila nga mga buhuluhaton din. Sa also sa Ramadan kay kanang mag-fasting na sila 10 to 19 hours before maka-eat sila, and also kanang naa sila mga restriction for women and kanang dili nila, which is dili pwede mabuhat sa mga babae ang kanang mga buluhaton sa laki like Sa kana nga pamaagi sa ilang beliefs kay kanang ma-practice gali nila ilang behavior nga kanang dapat mosunod jud sa ilang mga gipang-implement nga roles. Then that's the reason ay kanang mao na siya nagkuan nga naka-affect ang spiritual belief sa kanang lifestyle sa usa ka tawo. Next gen.
Blanco. How to change our life weaknesses into strength. Anong next, Jill? Ano? To recognize and accept your weaknesses, you can turn a weakness into a strength if you are busy denying the weaknesses exist. Get guidance from someone you trust. Be very prepared. Hear the skills you lack. Get just good enough. Look for ways to serve others with the same problem. So everyone wants to be successful, and good at everything, but at some point we afraid of facing our weaknesses, which it will cause self-doubt. Weaknesses are subjective notions, but you can turn them around and use them to your advantage. I have discovered that one thing that will help you to overcome this, you have to embrace and accept your weaknesses. This may not be easy at first, but I know step by step you'll get everything by handling yourself and turn into a strong person. The second one is your perspective. Continue developing your skills, seek out advice, be very prepared, and most importantly, pagtuo jud sa Ginoo. Talk to God, be dependent to Him. Siya ang nasayod sa tanan, dili kita mahimong ligon jud. O dili ta mo sampit sa Ginoo. Surrender everything your weaknesses and trust His plan. Weaknesses might be a problem to us, but God used our weaknesses to be faithful to Him and to be as strong. So, next, Bell.
Alright, so that wraps up our spiritual aspects for the that was a report for the different questions about spiritual aspects. So let's move on to the Desiderata poem.
Go placidly amid the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all person. So, sa akong nakuanan ani sa base of kanang akong na search kay ang meaning ani kay calm and gentle then to me calm and gentle kay kanang kuan life can be quiet struggle at times kanang we sometimes feel lost and kuan dili ta makabalo nga unsaon pagdeal ana nga kuan difficulties ba then so waton ra jud kay kanang kuan we need to be kanang calm then gentle lang jud sa mga kanang unsaon nato pag-handle na inginana nga struggle sa atong life then kuan pod kanang even if kanang nag-face tag struggle all alone kanang makatabang pud kanang maka boost pud ba ni sa atong kuan kanang dapat kalma lang jud ta then dili ta magpadala sa mga kanang problema ba then dapat maayo lang jud ta sa kanang kuan bisag kinsa nga tawo nga naa sa atong palibot mao ra na akong nasabtan at
Avoid loud and abusive persons. They are irritating to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain or bitter. For always there will be a greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested your own career, however humble, it is real position in the changing fortunes of time. as you said sa line ni kanang there is self self love and everyone are capable to do that. Of course, kanang wadyo belain mo higugma sa tong kagaling kung kita ra jud kanang if you keep yourself na i-down mo imong kagalingon did you na maayo you will keep bitter ay kanang kuan sa imong kagalingon so you have to improve your mindset and step by step kanang makuan mo mas makita nimo unsang meaning sa life through life if you will just kanang mosalig ka sa imong kagalingon and this line avoid loud and unaggressive person kanang as I exist in this life mag 21 na lang ko pero ang ako yung na-realize na kanang for sa imuhang peaceful of mind bisin pag kanang tawhana kanang kuan aggressive ka siya mo daw panulsin mo just calm lang jud pirmi lang jud ka nga kanang taas og pasensya para avoid lang sa kanang conflict maurat maurat to ako nasabtan jud.
Thank you. So the next part of the Siddhartha is exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. So individually, people are pretty good. Many of them think they have to act some other way at work, but they don't have to, but they think they do. In their hearts, most people are kind and good, and pay attention to that part of them. And then be yourself. Don't pretend to be somebody you aren't. It doesn't work well, never lasts, and is always a waste of time. But understand that who you are and how you think is going to change over the course of your lifetime. Especially, do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. So, the greatest commandment is love, self love. It is all that counts, and if you concentrate on loving others, loving yourself, you will find your own life filled with love in return. On.
Yes, the next um, is take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of you. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. So, dili gyud ta mo focus sa negative aspects lang sa atong kinabuhi. Like for example, if mahimo um maghatag tag time sa tong self to relax and to kung nasa tay time na mo buhat sa itong mga hobbies or passion, dapat ka na ito i-take and we need, tao naman sa takamuyin po ta, we need to take vacation, ganahon ta, and spend quality time with friends and family too, of course, and make someone else happy. Mo jud na ang dapat nato nga ang dili jud ta mag-focus anang negative kay it cause loneliness nato, then we deserve to be more happy in this world. So the second stanza, I mean the last stanza is beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less the peace on the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive Him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all its charm, drudgery, and broken views, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful, strive to be happy. So, sa akong nasabtan ra ani kay, whenever we have downfalls in life, kanang na jud di jud permanently successful ato ang kinabuhi niya. Re, I mean, istorya sa Ginoo, like for example na kay mga wala na jud ka kakuan sa imong kinabuhi, you should be able to talk to God and be cheerful always, and do not put yourself into the situation na kanang wala na kay cheer sa imong kaugalingon, wala na kay salig sa imong kaugalingon kay tao ra ta na sad tay mga sayop di sad ta perfect. So whenever you had a kanang mga wala wala na nimo na cope up na mga happening sa imong kinabuhi, wala ka na ready ana nga time kay you expect good na successful ka na bisag wala dili jud nimo time, naara ang Ginoo para mo listen nimo and mo guide nimo kung imuha ba na nga path or dili. So karon ako nasabtan.
Thank you. And
Thank
a little trivia about Desiderata is that Desiderata is a didactic example, a morally instructional prose poem, and the writer, who is Max Ehrmann, wrote it for his daughter. But since it was published, the advice it contains it has been taken to heart by very many people who wish to live authentic lives. And the desiderata means that things that are desired or wanted. And the implication is that these are desired qualities of the soul and of the heart. And the pace is measured in calm, emphasizing the advice contained within the lines to be calmly assertive, respectful of others, non-confrontational, diligent, emotionally strong, principled, and to cultivate a clear conscience. So that is all. So let's go ahead and move on to Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 to 23.
Okay. Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 to 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. Those who belong to Christ Jesus have crucified the flesh with its passion and desires. Since we live by the Spirit, let us keep in step with the Spirit. Let us not become conceited, provoking and envying each other.
Okay, so what kind of fruits that you need to develop and what are the obstacles? So the kind of fruits that I need to develop is the love, because I can say that sa magsugod jud ang relationship or ang interaction sa tao kung makat-on sila na sila love sa usag-usa, and which is mao jud ni ang pinaka para nako pinaka una jud na kanang dapat para maka-respect siya sa usag-usa, and kuan pod not just like in a relationship as couples but sa family pod makatunan na nato kay if wala maguding love kay maram dili ta kay balo mo respect, dili ta ka balo mo dili ta ka balo mo sa pangalan niha kita kay bala mo hunahuna sa mga positive na sa usa ka tawo kay if dili nimo siya makatunan og love kay which is ang imuha ra jud makita niya is ang negative side niya. And of course dili pud ta dapat mag ingon ana sa usag-usa isig ka tawo nato kay mao jud na ang pinaka misunderstanding mo dili na mo wala na mo respect sa usag-usa which is miscommunication na mo. So intense feelings that take over the start of a relationship is love. Mara to siya. Thank you.
So, for me, sad, no, ang fruit na angay na kong i-develop kay kanang self-control kay ever since I was young, kanang abusar kito sa akong lawas, then like may mga limitations, may mga pagkaon nga ngay dili kanon, then boto kahig o why self-control, then nasay times nga kanang like may times nga like may certain scenarios or situation nga ganing kanang ang lawas na ni ingon ni mga di na pwede tas gahigaton kay kag-o like abusar jud kay ka. Then I think mo na ang angay na koy develop ang self control para like ang para promote para murag if na self control kanang more siya way gani nga i-discipline mo myself. So mora to.
So for me,
So, for me, the kind of fruit that I need to develop is the fruit of faithfulness. Because sometimes matest jud akong pagka-faithful, especially akong faith ni God. Kay sahay man gud magdap ko sa iyang plans for me, like dili ko patient enough gani to trust his plans nga kanang na siya mas better nga plans para nako dili ko makahuwat ana then need sa jud nako i-develop kay sahay man sad god kanang dili jud ko makalikayan ng temptations or distractions that can leads me nga mawalaan ko faith sa isa ka tawo na dili lang kay God. Then I need to develop it by learning to love, more respectful, understanding, and especially to be patient.
kanang
For me, the fruit that I need to develop is joyful. You see, if you don't know Jesus, you will never understand how to live a joyful life. Ever since sa una nga ako, I have a lot of kanang mga circumstances nga nahitabo. Though kanang dili kay to siya ingon bugat, but kanang ganing nakay problema pero idibdib nimo nga though kanang dili man jud tanan no permi pasakit nang mahitabo sa kinabuhi murag nag-focus ko sa negative, wala ako nag-focus sa kanang mga joyful nga moments. So kailangan jud na nako nga i-improve gani. And also I need Jesus in my life. For everyone, be faithful with witness, encounter with Jesus, embrace the mission, empowered by the Holy Spirit. In other words, faithful witness equals empowerment plus mission and communion with Christ. Thank you.
All right, so thank you so much, guys. So that wraps up our group sharing about Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 to 26, and for our whole presentations about spiritual aspects. So I hope everyone uh, learned something about our discussion. And I hope everyone can develop the fruits that they need to develop. So that's it. Thank you so much for listening and hope you guys have a good day.